Okay, good morning everyone. So let's see where we are today. We got down here and ranging at the moment, basically fourth session in a row so far, which haven't breakdown or breakout previous this week's highs here. We need to focus if we see any kind of rally up here to 650s or so, and this holds, perhaps we'll see further upside. The same for the downside. If it goes down to 480s, perhaps we see continuation. Of course, this might happen during non-farm payrolls later, but we need to see if we have any kind of momentum for this first hour of cash trading before the non-farm payrolls. Perhaps some people speculate or any rumor appears and there might be a position. Also, we need to see in the case of a fake up, so price goes here, stays, fails to go above, then a good short opportunity for the short term, and the same for the low side, holds here, fails to go lower, then a long opportunity for the long term. We need to see now the initial balance, if we're supposed to be this the initial balance and price opens. If it tests the low of the initial balance here and holds, then a long opportunity for the upside. Again, if it breaks down and holds below, perhaps we'll see further downside. We need to see the 30-minute chart with Bollinger Bands with a gap down. Like yesterday, initial balance was too much outside, then open and sold off back inside. We need to see today if we either have a retest at the lows, then go back inside towards 600s, or perhaps if this can liquidate and what it does here at yesterday's lows basically, and see what it does there, if it has a continuation or even if it holds this midpoint. As long as it stays above, perhaps a short against this could be a good trade at this yesterday's low, so better cover here, if not reverse a position for a short-term scalp, but we need to give it some time to see how this can develop. If we would like to have a look on weekly profile here, you can see we're just below this week's high here and generally avoided to trade higher, balance higher though, but mostly with a waiting to see mode for non-farm payrolls. Although we need to see if this can hold and how much can extend. This will be a great trade location for me to initiate a long here. Of course, the fact that this happened 66 points within 10 minutes of trading, perhaps already too much outside of Bollinger Band, but we need to see the first 30-minute candle where it closes. If it closes, let's say like here, and then next one opens, perhaps we'll see very nice reversal. Ready to see if this can flash down here and what it does. If it holds, we need to track the next 30-minute candle, which will open in a while. 80 points range for the first hour, so if this holds the low, perhaps you can grind higher, although it will be better to see a flash down than a reversal. Brought here the current 30-minute chart for is this too much outside of Bollinger Band, perhaps already reversing here. We need to see when next candle opens, if it drives and can hold above yesterday's lows here and then drives within the range. Perhaps a good location will be 540s to scale out. So we've had a previous candle's low retest here and close to this weekly lows. Price now holding above. We need to see if it finds any kind of momentum and breaks this kind of very methodical slow downtrend and goes for a move up to 540s perhaps. How methodically these previous 5-minute candles highs got sold all the time. This is called one time framing. We can see even this green one stopped to the tick here, then reversed. So we saw price hitting these weekly lows here already 17-20 points higher here. We need to see if this can hold for the day. If you located the long trade down here, perhaps can cover some up to volume weighted average price. If we like to look at Bollinger Bands, we can see perhaps this is too much outside, two candles close outside, then will the next one goes until yesterday's lows as well, perhaps cover some here if you got this kind of long. Okay, let's see what happened. This current 30-minute candle after the turn of the first hour of cash trading here, open outside, rallied like 80 plus points or so. Great trade if you locate it down here. Okay, hello everyone, let's see what happened the last few hours since the first hour of cash trading. So we held very nicely after this flash down exactly at the turn of the hour. Price rallied up to volume weighted average price and ripped straight through all levels and held resistance here at initial balance high in first hour of cash trading high. Then held resistance again here. This could provide perfect trade opportunities, of course, to the reverse side of this. Also here great long opportunity as well. What we need to focus now is we need to see if any exaggerated move towards these levels hold, then a potential reversal or a flash up and reversal. This for the reversal scenario. Also we need to be aware of the fact that we are just trading within all week's range and in a very tight range, and if we see any kind of flows going above here and holding, then perhaps will drive the market higher. The same for the downside. If there is the NFP data being perceived as a disappointment number, of course we should not fight this when it goes below here and then trades lower. So if we combine for the earlier session the Bollinger Bands here with these levels at the weekly lows, you can see every time price exceeded this Bollinger Band, then flashed like 80 points or so, then resistance here, then didn't even close outside, then reversal again. So we need to see if we break any kind of this multi-day small range. So if this drops here from initial balance low, it's good to initiate a short position, I guess. Against this, we need to see now if it drives down towards 500s and even lower though. Too early to say, but let's see. The opportunity so far, if you manage to short this or even here after this failure to go above, we need to see now if it takes the lows. Short here, perhaps cover some here and then at the retest. Of course, it's up to you how you trade this. If you wait for a flash down, then a reversal, but how much this can hold. If this is about to break down and doesn't hold, because it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 retest if it goes there, then we need to see how, if price can go and trade below during the US session. Of course, you can just balance and consolidate like this until the cash flows, but trading management is very important. So I personally would like to hold a part of the trade to see if it develops further downside. This rebound here, if shorting with just a tight stop, gave a nice quick 20 points so far. We need to see if this can have a follow through. So just to have a look with the way I trade, how the PNL is being built during the day. So have like the cash open, short it, and then everything okay. Immediately profit. Then we have this sideways consolidation until the first hour develops, and then a little bit of loss, little bit of loss, little bit of loss. Then it got the reversal up to volume weighted average price. Nice. A couple of losers here before the non-farm payrolls. Then bang, higher for the day. If you would like to have a look on the weekly chart here, you can see traded up to 580 today around this level. This week's high now below here. Perhaps if we see a breakdown, 400 retest will be very nice to see if able to catch this kind of short, if this happens, of course. So price making new lows here. Held as a general resistance area, this initial balance area aimed on non-farm payrolls announcement up to midpoint of initial balance range. We need to see what SPY will do at 215, if DAX will be down here. If you short it around here, better scale out, then leave the rest for further downside. Need to see if this will happen though. And here we need to see if this time after a third retest and multiple retests here all week, basically, if this will fail once again, this will be very nice trade towards 400s perhaps around here. If this happens, of course, this can just hold and just trade like this. So price consolidating here above below 500 area and above previous low of the day. We need to see if this can just consolidate and then go lower. What's the downside here, and if this Bollinger Band here, which initially held here and reversed held resistance at the mid, if we see any kind of further downside. So price down at the lows of the day here, if you are patient enough and focusing on the bigger intraday picture, perhaps would capture nice moves. We need to see if we see an exaggerated move and a breakdown closer to the European cash close. Okay, so we'll close the room now. You can see since this flashed down at the lows of the day, then immediately rally, so better covered here, if not flattening the position. Still within these ranges, of course, we need to see if and what will happen after the cash close, and basically next week, as we most likely to break out of this range. Of course, we need to see if we might gap either side instead of trading, and how this gap will be.